Hello all of you risk takers and truth seekers. Today I'd like to talk to you about a topic very close to my heart, near and dear to me, fear. And I know a lot of things about fear. Things you're never going to learn nowhere else but in this podcast. And why is that? For one simple reason, I spent 1,800 consecutive combat days in a war. I experienced the horrors of the war. But let's not talk about war today. I want you to learn today how the life, your life, my life, it's like a Christmas snowball. You know, you can see Christmas snowballs everywhere, you can buy them. And what they actually represent, they represent idyllic and peaceful life. When you see this thing, you know, whatever the scenery inside it is, the house, the bedroom, the city, everything's so idyllic and peaceful. It's serene scenery. It's a perfect, untouched life we love to create. That's the snowball. Secondly, it's very nostalgic. You know, usually snowball is referring to Christmas. And there's a snowman, there's a Santa Claus, there's a Christmas scene. And it's very, very nostalgic and brings us back in memories into our childhood, on good or bad memories. Doesn't matter, they're memories. And thirdly, most important thing it's contained but content. You know, in a snowball, what I realize right now, I'm 51 years old man, so I was playing with a snowball last night, literally, and I saw how that ball represents something that's contained but content. What is that? It's preserved the idyllic lifestyle. It's always there forever, as it is. But then comes the moment where we shake that ball. So, reason why I was holding the snowball last night in my hand, it's very simple, straightforward. For those who don't know, in a few days' time, I'm gonna fight in the ring. So now, I'm talking to everybody. Doesn't matter what age group you are. Doesn't matter how many public speakers you heard, the business coaches, life coaches. I'm the mentor. I'm not a business coach. I'm not a life coach. I leave this to others. I'm the mentor. A mentor is something different. But I want you to take this close to your heart. I want you to absorb this, what I'm saying to you. The reason why I had a snowball was for some unknown reason. It was just standing there on a shelf. My son was around me and he was, saying all these silly things, as a 22 years old. And he was making fun of me for the Friday fight. And I said to him, yes. And I was holding a snowball. And then I realized how idyllic, peaceful, perfect that snowball it is. Everything is perfect. It's bring the memories of childhood, the Christmas, and how everything inside it's actually on a one spot. It's contained but content. It's there. It's represent forever seen. It doesn't change except if you don't shatter the ball. And I can compare this to my upcoming fight. So in a few days time I'm going to fight back into ring. I decided to fight in ring. Boxing. It's amateur boxing. It's not professional boxing. So it's not like a Jake Paul and the Tyson and all these guys, It's me. I want to do this for myself. And trust me when I say this to you, when I was holding that ball, I was going to the variety of emotions, the fear, anxiety, visualization, dreams, name it, just a few. And I'm holding that snowball and I said to myself, this is everybody's life. It's peaceful, it's idyllic and nostalgic because we created that life. We living that life in that snowball. Do you agree with me or don't? That snowball represents fears and human experiences. In my case, my experience fighting on Friday. You're gonna have your fights in your life. I don't know what they're gonna be. And nobody, trust me, nobody can prepare you on those fights. Nobody. Only you can prepare yourself. You can have a coach like I do. He gives everything and anything to prepare you. You have nutritionists, you have the doctors, you have the family members, you have the friends. Everybody was preparing you some way. But ultimately, it is me who need to wear those gloves on Friday and walk into the ring in front of thousands of people. Because not only my fight, it's a few other fights. Now, back to snowball. So snowball represents the fears and human experiences. It is like facing our fears is like a shaking snowball. Like when we shake the snowball, that idyllic, preserved peaceful scenery, it's disturbed because it's snowing. So we're shaking this way to see the snow, right, falling. And that what represent is actually that when we shake the snowball, actually we can lead us to the moments of uncertainty, which is fears. But those fears can represent the beauty, growth, and transformation. Absolutely. So when you shake the snowball, that idyllic perfect world for the moment is becoming unclear because the snow it's all around. That's our life. We love to live under our little dome, glass dome. You, me, everybody. You think I was the bravest guy? No, I wasn't. I went in a war because I had no other choice. I wanted to fight in a war. I had a choice to run away like most of the guys. I didn't. I chose to stay to fight in a war. That was my choice. Apart from my parents abandoned me, but that's a story for some other time. So when you're shaking a snowball, what that represents ultimately, metaphorically, of course, that snowball is like facing our fears, and that leads us into uncertainty, those fears, but actually represents the beauty of transformation and the growth. So this little idyllic ball represents our life. We shake it, it's like a fears coming all across before they settle down. But that's the moment of the growth. That's what the snowball it is. So what snowball represents for you and me and everybody else? So just try to picture that snowball, as I said. What that represents. On one hand, it represents idyllic, nostalgic, perfect world. Nothing is changed, everything is safe, everything is beautiful. It's always there, the world we create. However, that's where the limitation starts. One of them is created the comfort zones. If you see the snowball when you hold in your hand, that's where our limitations start kicking in. What does that mean? The snowball represents your fears, where they govern your choices because you put limitations. The snowball stays snowball. That's your life, my life, everybody's life. Except if you don't decide to move limitations and stop letting fears to govern your choices. Doesn't matter how old you are. I'm now in my 50s. When I was 18 years old, I was naive, I was reckless, and I went in a war. I didn't know. I was thinking the war is like a Rambo movie. Honestly, that's what I believed. Till I didn't face the first time the tank charging on us and many other events. And trust me, I wasn't afraid. I was petrified. Fear is good, but in normal circumstances where the life functioning around us, don't live under the glass dome. Don't let the fears govern your choices. That's snowball. Snowball, that's it. That's the limitations. It can't expand, can't shrink, but that's what it is. It represents you in that little snowball. In order to face the fears, snowball is the greatest example. How? Because a perfect scenery, idyllic, nostalgic scenery, it's representing your life and everybody else's life, including my one, because that's the life we created. So how are we gonna face the fears? Well, from time to time, that snowball, it's gonna be shaken. It's gonna be shaken upside down, left, right, and center. For snowball to come into life, you must shake it, because otherwise snow will not go from down, up. You need to shake it so it's cover the dome. There's no clarity. There's no perfect, sharp image. It's covered in all these little snow dots inside, representing the snow or the glitter, whatever it is. That's our life. Your life will be shaken. There will not be clarity. There will not be sharp images. You will not see properly, but that's that when you come to the life, and I'm saying this to myself as well. On Friday, I'm gonna face the guy who wants to fight me. I'm gonna fight him, he's gonna fight me. I am afraid. No, there's no question asked. Nobody is not afraid. If you're not afraid, you're not normal. Fear is good, but one thing what I have opportunity at that is that I have a great coach next to me who told me, you will face the biggest enemy, a biggest fear, you. Second, you're gonna fight that crowd who will like you, dislike you, who's gonna boo you, who's gonna say things to you. That's correct, including friends, families, peers, employees. And thirdly, I'm gonna face the guy in another corner who wants to win like I do. It's gonna be shaken. My world's gonna be shaken in those 10-15 minutes. My world's gonna be shaken upside down. I will not see the clear like I'm seeing right now to you. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If you're afraid, know that everything's gonna be okay. The snowball as well, it can represent your disconnection from the outside world. When we created our own world, your world, my world, everybody's world, we created that glass dome. That's where we are. We create our world. The family, the work, the cars, the mortgage, the friends, the barbecue, Saturday, Sunday, events, and repetition goes around. Look at the social media. That's what it is. It's disconnection, isolation, disconnection, because the people are chasing the liberty and purpose every single day. That perfect post. Once upon a time, I was the same. Don't worry, I was the same. Then I realized, well, I'm going out to have a dinner, not with my kid, but I'm going for dinner to take the picture of the steak. Well, who cares? You know what I mean? I'm running 3 businesses. Most of the people even don't know how many businesses I run. But that's the reality. The snowball effect. It is your life, my life. And if you believe that by being under that dome, that world's gonna come to you, no, it will not. As I say, you choose comfort zones, you make limitations. Glass dome. You don't want to be nothing shaken inside because you want to have the perfect clarity of everything around you, perfection of your life. Don't touch it because, who knows? But guys, that comes to another point of everything else. Being vulnerable is okay. In my life, I spend so many nights crying. I did cry about dreaming. Particularly, I remember I said this in my book, Blood, Soul, Has Soul. There's many days when I cried and begged the God to live one more day. Instead of this, I become a hero because, then I become reckless because I have enough of the war after 2 years. I have enough of the war. So being vulnerable is okay. And I was afraid. I showed my fears. People who are next to you share that fear with you. They understand. They don't make fun of you. So if you believe that someone's going to bring you down by bullying you, ridiculing you, judging you, trust me, they have nothing to do with your life. They will do this to bring you down so they can feel better. I guarantee you this now. You have nothing to prove to nobody. You are not a jar of Nutella to make everybody happy. You owe nobody apology for your actions. Being afraid, it's okay. I'm telling you this right now. Anybody who has been in combat was afraid. There's no moment that I didn't saw one soldier wasn't afraid. Now, on Friday, I'm going to fight in a boxing ring in front of hundreds of people, friends, peers. List goes on. And am I afraid? Yes, I am. But you know what? I'm accepting that I'm vulnerable. Accept this. Accept that your world's going to be shaken. Don't live in that perfect little snowball because it's not real. Because sooner or later, that snowball is going to be shattered. It's going to fall off the shelf. Someone is going to drop it. Someone is going to push it. Guys, you are good enough. You are. But I want to share this with you. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what you do in your life. Remember, that perfect snowball, it's a reflection of our lives. It's a glass dome. Everything is perfect. Everything is safe. Till somebody doesn't shake up. And then panic occurs. But that shake, as a snowball, lasts till every last glitter or the snowflake doesn't fall down on the bottom. And again, it's perfect. But that's opportunity. That's the momentum where you gonna grow. And guys, remember one thing. You can't learn from people who are just do the thesis, hypothesis, theory, and talking. If you're prepared to learn, you need to learn from those who can show you how. Thank you for watching.